100. And yeah, we had, I mean, when you turn 100, you get a huge party that you don't want. You get all these presents and you get this and praise that you don't want. You even get a letter from the president that you could give a fuck about. You're 100. And I don't know if like Americans who turn 100, like American grandparents, are any different or more excited, but my Eastern European grandma is like so over it, and by it I mean being alive. Some relatives couldn't make it to her party, so we decided we were going to Skype, and we set everything up, and we're like, oh my god, this is so good, it's the first time you're Skyping, Grandma, so isn't it great? And she's just sitting there with a scowl on her face, and she says, this is so boring. Was not impressed by Skype. I mean, I know that she saw the invention of a lot of things like TV, radio, cars, maybe the Flowbee. I mean, she's seen it all. So I mean, she like 100-year-olds have the wisdom of an entire century that they've amassed, and they, you know, they didn't get to that point by trusting people or even being nice. To make it to 100, you have to be sharp. You don't have any time for that shit. Perfect example, someone brought a fruit basket, a big, gaudy fruit basket to the party. Grandma wouldn't touch it. This fruit basket had fruit that was carved into shapes like hearts and stars, and like they imitated like fireworks. It was just like created with, you know, a lot of care and, you know, pizzazz. And she said, don't eat those fruit. They've been touched by 1,000 hands. And it's that kind of street knowledge that gets you to 100. There is literally nothing you can do to impress a 100-year-old. I cannot emphasize this enough. People try and celebrate them, but you know who knows this fact is the greeting card companies. They fucking know that. There is nothing you can do, and that's why there's only like one greeting card for a 100-year-old that I could find in all of upstate New York. And I was like, okay, I guess this is the one. I mean, I guess it's also like a supply and demand thing. Like, why make more than like 5 of these? You know, copyright 1980 is good. And who gets the job? Who's the poor schmuck graphic designer who gets the job? Who gets tasked with creating this card and designing it? Like, hey, you, new guy. Yeah, intern. What's your name? Eric? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to design a card. It's the last card that anyone will ever receive in their whole life. So just don't fuck it up. And like the outtakes on the cards, like the brainstorming process, it's hard. Like, happy birthday and many more. No, that's not right. Eric's pulling an all-nighter. He's like, okay. Which was your favorite war? No. You're 100. Holy fuck. Let's go with that one. And the gift, and buying gifts was not easy either. I finally went with something I think was really solid and that Grandma could use. So I handed her a gift, and the same card that 15 other people bought her. Grandma, I love you. I got you this Ouija board so that you can text with your friends.